Take them to church. Done it all. Faces, tight laces, it's paper I'm chasing, large cases, I'm racing, no time for wasting, hating conversation when you making a statement. I'd rather show, not tell, instead of waiting on places. With the pull by the horns, why you hate me for that? Had more niggas on my side when I was out selling crack. Taking penitentiary chances, yeah, my pockets were fat. My family depending on me, I had to stop doing that. I'm trying to make my mama proud and enjoy my life. So much wrong I done done, I that bust me a right. And I don't care who's down, off and not my road, the on the cool. Y'all fools want me to lose. You gotta be in my shoes instead of rocking your own. I reckon all these fake niggas would just leave me alone and go home and find yourself a new motivator. I'm sick and tired of these marks and these bitch ass haters. Probably one and the same. Some trill, some real, some straight up lame. I ain't not now, nigga. Now that just ain't me. When you were playing from the start, that's the way it should be. I tell them get money, nigga, cause I'ma get mine. If you see me at the club, I don't stand no lines. A lot of boys clout chasing, pretending they own, like they never had shit. Living words of a song. I'm in the zone. I'm staying on my trill campaign. You was a G like me, you would be doing the same. You your mind on the money, homie, really get on it. Stop acting like a bitch, or you a man or a woman. Some niggas phony, man. I don't fuck with the dudes. Niggas love playing victim, they hustling to lose. Nigga, I spit it high, yo, irrevocable truth. I keep it trill in the streets and do trill in the booth. Yeah, man. Say, man, that's a bad motherfucker, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, welcome back to the Trill Cast. Yeah, the Super King came in here early, man, with a big $9.99. And Marcus Payne say, apologize for what? We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. But that's a badass record.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to the Trill Cast. I had to get ready, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to get me a bite of apple, man, and get me some water and get my whip ready, man. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, what we talking about today is this right here. Um, I got on my live last night. I was ready to do an interview, you know what I'm talking about, with a young individual, a young man. We're about the same age that I admire. And I'm going to tell you why I admire this individual. This individual did some major shit early on in our careers. He was featured on BET. He was distributed worldwide. You know what I mean? But he always was somewhat recluse. He was always somewhat detached and very reserved and very humble. And just me being from the outside looking in, I always wanted him to get his just due. You know what I mean? I wanted the community to know that if you wasn't like an underground type fan of music, you wouldn't just know how big this movement was. If you wasn't a person that traveled to Houston and, you know, went to certain events, you wouldn't know how big 3-2 and the Black Monks and DA and RIP A1, RIP 3-2, you wouldn't know that movement was humongous. And I just always wanted the community to know. But at a certain point in time, after they put out so much music, it just stopped. We still talked about them. We still played their music. We bought the tapes over and over. It was something about them Rap-A-Lot products. I don't know what manufacturer they was using, but it was something about them Rap-A-Lot products, them tapes and them CDs, man. You couldn't put too much wear and tear on them. You know what I mean? You ever heard the phrase that I rocked the tape until the tape popped? I rocked the tape until the tape popped. I don't know, it couldn't have been my radio. My radio, believe me, I like it loud. Yeah, nigga. I don't know what it was, but I would play them Rap-A-Lot tapes and shit, after about 10 plays, them whole pop. I had to go get another. But yeah, so all of a sudden, their music just kind of stopped. Then the game switched, and 3-2 went to another group, and then you didn't hear about these guys no more. Now, him being from my city, I always wanted to know what was the situation. You did? Over the years, I didn't see him. And during that time, I wasn't pursuing my shit seriously because I was on some other shit. I'm going to tell you what I was on. I was a lost kid just like everybody else. But I did have dreams and goals. My dreams and goals, you know, they were a little different than everybody else. I wanted to be a rapper. And I wanted to be a chef. You know, I kind of know what I wanted to do. Those were the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to be an exquisite chef that cooked up some shit. Voila, motherfucker. Yeah, I wanted to be that right there. And I wanted to be a rapper. Now, the third thing I wanted to be a drunk millionaire. I seen the movie Arthur. And I thought that being a drunk millionaire was an occupation. I thought that was an occupation that I could acquire. So I started drinking at a very young age. I got on the wrong path. As a young rapper, I wrote a few songs. I performed them at the house party. We got them played at the house party. But here's the thing that I like other rappers to know in Port Arthur. I don't know if you niggas got amnesia, All you niggas got that rap arrogance. But there was a whole lot of underground artists in Port Arthur. You see, I wasn't the type of nigga that just stayed in one place. I went to every nigga hood. But that don't mean I know that everybody who was in their section doing what they were doing. Because behind them doors is closed. You don't know what they in there doing. But I knew about music in my city. I knew about the Watsons. There was a group of young men that used to tour and they sang. Their father kind of appeared like a Joe Jackson. He used to have them in suits, and they always had flyers of them performing in different areas. Early on, that was my first time seeing somebody my age who was hitting the stage. One of them was my classmate. And he always used to tell me about the shows they do. This in the 80s. Then later I discovered there was an older gentleman who put out a couple of records. His name was Frankie. His name was Frankie Montgomery. He put out a record, I believe, called Lovers and Friends. And there was a record label in Port Acres, Alberta somewhere. You see, I was abreast upon a conglomerate of music that was being done on the underground in my city. So when I spake of who was doing what, I don't exclude nobody. I remember my OG homie, Webb Jenkins. He had a DJ voice. I don't know how much of a rapper he was, but him and another homie, he always had crazy hair. He always had crazy hair. He was a little older than me. His name was Rory Parker, I believe. And it used to be him and Webb Jenkins. They were off over on 12th Street somewhere, 13th Street, and about 2700 block. And this was the first time some young niggas let me hear a tape of them rapping. And I couldn't get enough of it. I wanted a copy of that tape. Because in Webb's speaking voice, he had a whole DJ voice. Yeah. You know what I mean? He sounded like a DJ. And then Rory, you would always watch him because he was going to wear something different. He was going to do his hair some kind of crazy way. They used to spike their flat top. Back in the day, they used to spike their flat top. And then they used to take their flat top and two-tone it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take your ass on back. You might as well get inside the motherfucking time machine, get your lunch off your desk, and come on, I'm gonna bring your ass back. See, I ain't one of them niggas. I'm one of one. So I go to their hood and they let me hear the tape, but they wouldn't let me take the tape with me. They said they won't let me take the tape. So on the other side of the boulevard, because we're talking about in between Memorial Boulevard, 13th Street, over there heading east. Then you're going down west a little bit. But this is just right on the other side of the boulevard. Now we're talking about the Queen Boulevard in 1213th Street. There was another individual. He used to DJ. His name was Big E. His name was Big E. R.I.P. Big E. My brother used to tell me about him. He was a fat nigga. But he had bitches. He was popular. And my brother used to tell me about him. He told me he was into music. And so I'd be like, take me over there to Big E house. I want to show Big E I can do some rapping. You did? God said that's the worst fruit to eat while you talking. When God told you that? When God told you that? I ain't gonna lie, this is a good motherfucker. God forgive me. This is a bad motherfucker. I like my apples crunchy. God just told you that just now? Tell God I said hey and thank you. Pam, tell God I said thank you. But I like my apple crunchy. I don't like no mushy ass. I don't like no mushy ass apple. And Woodwork. What was on Woodwork? Woodwork. Huh? Yeah, so let me get back to the goddamn story. So we're on the other side near Guffway and Woodwork, Memorial, the Queen, whatever. And there was Big E over there. Big E had all kind of hip hop on the wall. He had turntables. He had break beats. And I told my brother, bring me on over there. My brother was older. Him and Big E had a little rival. But I think him and Big E were pulling some of the same bitches. But I tell my brother, bring me over there. My brother don't know the confidence of my rap skill at the time. But you got to dig, I'm a little child. And I'm asking to be brought to somebody who really doing music house. And my brother takes me on over there. And as a little child would, I just sit and I watch. I sit and I look. They talk about a whole lot of PA shit. They talk about a whole little bit of animosity. They talking about a couple bitches, this and that, this and that. Then he go to fucking with them records. He go to fucking with them records. Kane Ressard, check it out. Marcus Payne. He go to fucking with them records. Now he talking my talk. He fucking with them records. A zicka 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 zicka. And I stood up and say, can I say something? And Big E look at me. He like, nigga, you his little brother. Fuck you got to say. Well, I'm KHD in the place to be. I be rhyming and designing with your girl on my knee. I be driving in the car, going real fast. You couldn't catch up. I can smash your ass. I be smashing on the gas. You know what I mean? I do my little childhood rap. And Big E say, huh? You a rapper? Oh yeah, cut. Yeah, cut. Big E say, ah. Big E say, you a rapper? And I say, yeah, I'm a rapper. He said, how old are you? I say, 12. He said, damn it, boy. He said, what's your rap name? I say, I'm KHD in a place to be. I be rhyming and designing with your girl on my knee. He say, come on, man. He say, you really on your shit, ain't you? I say, oh yeah, cut. He say, man, do me a favor. I say, what's up? He say, can you come back over here one day? You know what I'm saying? On some rap shit. And my brother looking like he kind of left out because my brother wanted to talk about some bitches and some PA shit. But now Big E and me, we locked in and we talking about some rap shit. He didn't tell me what day to come back, and I intended to go back. But a little while after, he was involved in an accident. And he died in that accident. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, when a cocksucking, no good motherfucker go to talk about that rap shit in PA, he a bitch ass nigga leaving a nigga like me out. Because I know this motherfucker from top to bottom, east to west. I knew the bitch on the midtown that had a pussy in her chest. Not actually, that shit just rhymed. But now, so I've gone over here, Big E, Rory, and Well. But right behind my house, 2600 Block, DJ Dan, nigga. Oh yeah, couldn't. DJ Dan, nigga. Nigga, daddy was a DJ. He was a DJ. Then he started making beats, nigga. We were cheering. Nigga, we was cheering, nigga. We making songs. We making beats. Across the street from his house was motherfucking DJs that DJ'd on the motherfucking Kiss 98, nigga. Yeah, we gonna take it back. Nigga used to broadcast live from Kiss 98 at his goddamn house. The nigga name was Dr. Live. Oh yeah, it's going down tonight. It's Dr. Live. Oh yeah, cut. We gonna keep on going. So because DJ Dan Daddy was a DJ, he was linked in with all the other local DJ. They had a record pool. So I knew Carl Wayne that was up the street on Lewis Drive. You know what I mean? DJ Carl Wayne. Yeah, nigga. Y'all want to talk about it? Y'all want to talk about this motherfucking pulled off the rap shit, nigga? See, you can't miss me. You can't miss me on that street shit, all that rap shit, nigga. We ain't even began to take the Band-Aid off. Hey, we ain't even began to take the Band-Aid off that street shit. One day I'm gonna bring y'all that street shit and y'all gonna be, oh. But right now we on that rap shit because that's what I wanted to be. So I knew Carl Wayne up there with all the equipment. You can go rent equipment from him. I knew about DJ DMD, nigga. I knew about MCC, nigga. Huh? I ain't no Bun B at the time. But I knew about Boomer Skooma them, and I knew Lee Master them, nigga. Yeah, nigga. I knew about Noonie Bug, nigga. One of the first rap niggas I heard of too, Noonie Bug. Out the goddamn west side. But I heard something about Bug. They say Bug was a beatboxer. They say Bug was a human beatboxer and a pop locker and a little bit of a rapper. And I used to wonder because every time I'd see Bug, it was like I seen a celebrity. He used to wear his hat on top of his head like this here. He used to wear his hat on top of his head like this here. Well, he'd be like a little bottle top. He had a little hat on, look like an army nigga. And I'd be like, hey, what's up, Noonie Bug? What's up, Noonie Bug? Bust a rap for me. And he'd be like, shit, not right now. Okay, Noonie Bug. No, Noonie Bug. Next time, bust me a rap. All right. I'll see him again. Noonie Bug, bust me a rap. Oh, shit, no. About the third time, I said, goddamn, fuck you, Noonie Bug. Nigga, I'm gonna bust you a rap. And I went to rapping my motherfucking ass off. A rap. Noonie Bug said, goddamn. Bug said, nigga, that's enough. No, nigga. I'm gonna rap until you rap, but he never did. Terry Miller and them beatboxing like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Nanny Pooh beatboxing like a motherfucker. Jesse Dennis and them rapping like a motherfucker. Paul May and them rapping like a motherfucker. DJ DMD working that motherfucking music world, making beats and rapping like a motherfucker. Now let's go on back over there. Let's go on back over there. Beatmaster Westham House. Avery and West. Over there playing the drums, singing in the choir, making music, nigga. It sound like music. Music. Yeah, nigga. And so one day, nigga, hold on, Kurt Peacock and G Rum. Yeah, man, see, man, you don't even know it, man. Me and Kurt Peacock was damn near finna be in a group together, man. You don't even know it, man. Me and G Rum was damn near about to be in a group together, man. Yeah, man, back in the day, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He a little younger than me, man, but me and that nigga damn near was in a group together, man. Pewaukee, nigga. Nigga, Poppy used to be a rapper, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? It was a whole bunch of rapping ass niggas, man. But it was only a few niggas that kept standing on that shit that really meant that shit. You did? It was only a few that really kept that shit going. Nigga, I'm damn near 50 years. Nigga, man, I ain't even tripping no more. I ain't even tripping. The money up. Nigga, I'm damn near 50 years old, nigga. Rapping my motherfucking ass off. Milton Clay beatboxing like a motherfucker. All them niggas. Whole fucking hood. You know what I mean? Whole fucking hood. East to the west, they had a nigga named Bruce Ski. I'm gonna do a segment on him. He turned into a Muslim. He used to be a fat nigga, then he got Muslim and he got skinny and fit. He put out some albums, sold a whole bunch of records. Had a nigga in Grove named Rob Tatum, R.I.P. He had a studio in Grove with the white folk. When you really wanted to record and you couldn't fuck with DJ DMD or somebody like that, you had to go to Rob Tatum back there behind the white folks' house in that garage apartment, man. He had a dope ass studio in that garage apartment, him and his kids. Now his kids grown, him and his wife, they done went on to heaven. R.I.P. Rob T. But all over the city, man, there was little sparks of niggas doing their thing. But I remember one particular time, Poppy drive trucks like us. Poppy been dropped, listen. Poppy dropped that rap shit way back then and started driving for Waste Management and retired damn near from that hoe. Now he owned his own trucks. You did. But me and this nigga here, we used to be on some bullshit. Me and Poppy will catch a goddamn cab to the show, nigga, full of that E&J. I remember one time, I'm glad you said that. I remember one time me and Poppy caught a cab to the show. We had a show. We was on some goofy gangster shit. We had some motherfucking, I had an MD Kiwi in my back pocket. And we had some E&J. And we put a little show together right when we got to the club. We say, we're going to run in the club like the police was chasing us. Then we're going to hit the stage and rap our ass off. That was the show. So me and Poppy passing that motherfucking E&J getting drunk records. Ran in the goddamn Mr. B's and hit the goddamn stage, sweaty and musty than a bitch. And rapped our motherfucking ass off. I'm talking about we rapped our motherfucking ass off. And when we came off that stage, everybody wanted to give us dap, but they ain't really want to touch us because we had our shirts off full of that wine and that liquor, slimy than a bitch because we been sweating in that hole. But everybody was, hey! So we had to catch a cab back home. So when we caught the cab back home drunk and musty, we went to discuss it. We was discussing who got money to pay the cab. Nobody. We went to discuss how we gonna pay the cab. Hang it up, we ain't got it. So everybody like, you already know what to do. My house had a long driveway. Most of the time the gate was locked. You couldn't even get in. And so when we pulled up to the gate, I told the cab man, I say, my mama say, come get the money, and then she gonna pay you. You're like, I ain't going in that goddamn yard. I said, well, we'll get out and go get the money and pay you. He like, one of y'all gonna have to stay back. And I looked at them like, shh, I'm gonna get my money from my mama. One of y'all can come with me. And so two of us got out the car. But we looked at the other one like, nigga, you know what to do. You know what I mean? And we got out that motherfucker and hopped that gate and walked, you know what I'm saying? Like we were cool, we laughing like a motherfucker. Cause we know what we about to do. We ain't coming back. You did. And some other nigga, he broke out. Boom, he gone. Cab driver mad as a bitch. He blowing. Will your mama tell your mama bring her bitch ass outside? I want my $9, nigga. Y'all niggas hustle to ride from the west side to the east. I want my $9. Nigga, we gone, nigga. Fuck you. But yeah, so I remember one particular time we at DJ Dan's house. And we having a Rappers Delight convention. I don't know what we was having or why. I have to ask him one day. But all the rappers was at his house. He told me, he like, come to the house on this day. We're gonna have all the rappers. We had rappers over there, Boom Town, who shoot the videos today. It was Lee Master. It was Lyndon Scott, La Boo. There was other rappers that slipped my mind. But it was this one rapper. Everybody would mumble that he was special. Everybody would innuendo that he was special. To me, he looked special. This is a chubby, bright-skinned kid with glasses. But something about him, he had that rapper attitude. I ain't know him that well. I knew of him. At the time, his name was the letter M-C. C. Hard time now. And everybody mixing and mingling and mumbling and rapping. And I told y'all this story before. MCC started playing tracks. MCC had the knowledge and a direction of what we were trying to do and where we were trying to go with it. I say, oh yeah, cousin, this guy here is kind of special. I'm glad you said gangster players, because I'll give you a brief history. Before there ever was a gangster player, it was DJ Dan and Herbert. KHD. Then it spread to Labu and Stalin. Then we became Shut Down Posse. Then they became Black Alliance. Do you remember Black Alliance? They became Black Alliance. T-Rob who cut hair, yeah. T-Rob who cut hair was fucking with the music. You did? Yeah. All them niggas was fucking with the music. It was plenty of niggas fucking with the music. A lot of niggas came from fucking with the music, singing in church, or breakdancing. See, there was a time when an old school nigga would breakdance but they wasn't rapping. Some of them bust a little flow, but we was that generation that came through that was rapping our motherfucking ass off, Jack. Oh yeah, cutting. The niggas before us, they were breakdancing a bit. They were boogalooing. They were DJing. See, I've been knowing DJ Bird. I've been knowing DJ Bird. I went to school with DJ Bird, little brother, Ski Daddy, and his sister. They were my classmates. So I've been knowing them. But then I got introduced to DJ Bird from the house party. Because DJ Bird used to DJ house parties for real. And one day, I got to get all the meat out of him. One day, my brother, I don't know why he did it, but he used me. He used me. My brother was having the coldest party ever in Villa Main Apartments. One of my brothers stayed upstairs and the other one stayed right beneath him. Stairs step. They stacked on top of each other. But they was having a party. And my brother used me as a promoter to pass out paper flyers and word of mouth. And I was a hell of a promoter. I told everybody, gonna be a party in Villa Main at my brother's house. I told all the girls, all the boys. And boy, when that day came, DJ Bird was the DJ. My brother had a keg and he had all the party shits and giggles you could imagine. And I was there early, me and my partner, R.I.P. Anthony Salone. Me and my partner, R.I.P. Anthony Salone, we there early. And we doing what we normally do. Wrestling and bullshit. And they got to tell us to cut it out. So after a couple of hours, people started coming. 1, 2, 3. Now, there was an individual, an older dude who knew my brother. He was getting juiced up real early. He kept pumping the keg. He kept pumping the keg and drinking his little beers. He pumped the keg one time and got a big old cup. And so when I went to pump the keg to get me a little taste, the keg wouldn't work right. So when my brother came, because he had made a run, his partner told him, "Ooh, your little brother broke the keg." My brother was furious because now the guests was starting to come. The music was good, the liquor was good, but the main event, the keg, was broke. He called the liquor store and the liquor store told him, "Bring the keg back. We're going to charge you $15 to replace the nozzle or whatever." We've seen this happen before. Now, knowing that he had to be inconvenienced by going return the keg, get it fixed, then bring it back, that made him furious. He was mad. So what'd he do? He picked up the phone and he called my mama. And he said, "Man, he too young and immature to be here. Come get him." You no good motherfucker. All my goddamn classmates and all my friends, everybody I know is on their way here to party with us. And that nigga got me sent home. That nigga got me sent home. Boy, when I tell you I got home, About an hour later, boy, my motherfucking phone was ringing off the hook. All my player partners in that bitch. Man, this motherfucker, they used to say, this bitch off the chain. Man, this bitch off the chain, man. When you getting here? Little girls I knew calling me. You coming to the party? And I got to tell everybody, y'all have a good time, because my mama say I can't go back to the party. And it was so damn far, I could have walked, which I've walked to Villa Main before from the 2600 block all the way up the hood of me. That's a hell of a walk. I've done it before. I've done it before on bike and I've done it before on foot. But I was beat down. I couldn't do it. And I had to sit around the house quiet than the motherfucker, knowing that the best party ever was taking place at the same time, with DJ Bird live from the Ghetto Palace on the turntable. And all the popular goods, all the popular goods, all the hoodlums, all the gangsters, all the players, they having a good time. I never did forgive my brother for that, because I did not break that keg. But that's either here nor there. So back to the rap scene, yeah. So I knew DJ Bird and them from back then. There was some other players. Kima Hager, R.I.P. Herb Keller, R.I.P. All these guys were making music. Then I came across the brother D.A. Aggravated Monkeys. I heard he was making music. I ain't know him that well, but I heard he was making music. And I say, you know what? I'm going to see him one day. I'm going to see him one day. And then one day he pulled up on a skateboard. I thought he was coming to my house. I was like, I didn't invite him here. What the hell? He pulled up on a skateboard. And he was kind of expert on that skateboard shit. He pulled up full speed and he stopped that bitch and he got off that bitch and went into a little walk run. And he put the skateboard under his arm. And I'm thinking, my mama ain't say I could have company. But he bypassed my house. And he went right next door to a girl that lived next door to my house. I said, okay. That's what's up. So I saw him multiple times, and then finally I stopped him. What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? You on that rap shit? Yeah. And we built communication. And I've always known about him. Now, there's a lot of names that I don't mean no disinfect that I may be leaving out of this story. Because there was multiple people in my city fucking with that music shit. But it's only a certain few of us that really stuck with it. There's only a handful of us that really made something out of it. There's only a few of us. I don't even know whether I put myself in that category, that received deals and different things of that nature. Now, to this day, there are some younger individuals that's inked deals and inked situations, you know what I'm saying, these days. But back then, it wasn't that. It was only a handful. And I was a part of a lot of those movements until I started doing my solo shit. So there's a lot of rich history when we talk about this music, and that's what made me passionate about it. So last night, we was expecting a guest, DA from the Black Monks. I was blindsided by the miscommunication. So while we were on live, I was receiving text messages of, I didn't know I was supposed to be there. And that made me furious. It made me furious for the simple fact that I've had multiple guests. I've been a guest on multiple platforms. And I do good business. I do business. Multiple transactions of many sorts. But there's not one time that I assumed that I set something up with an individual, and then I imagined it. So when I read the text messages, I did get a little disgruntled. I hope I didn't go too far. But what I would like to say is, as a man, trill man from Port Arthur, who has a rich history in Port Arthur and in the music, I apologize. If the lines got crossed, if you truly misunderstood our arrangement and our appointment, I apologize. Because what you've done in the music business, I respect it. What you've done for hip hop in Port Arthur, I respect it. The music you done, I was a fan of it. So just, me being a little disgruntled because my people here at the Trill Cast, I take them serious. I feel as if I tell them something, I want to own up to it. If I build up their expectations, I want to own up to it. So not only was I let down, I know my people was let down. Getting themselves ready, knowing days in advance, we're about to do this. And then when it comes time, that is not available because that wasn't clearly stated. I don't want to go back and forward. He hurt us. Come on, man. I don't want to go back and forth with the individual saying what took place, what didn't take place. But all I know is I asked for certain things to accommodate the situation. Plus, I sent links days ahead. Now, I would have to ask this. I would have to pose this question. Why would I make all that preparation if I assumed that we were going to do this? I don't have time to do that, and I know you don't have time to do that. So, if you see this video, last night, I meant what I said. I was a little heated. I was a little let down. As Marquise Payne say, you hurt. We was a little hurt. But I like to say today, if you meant no ill will, if it was a simple oversight, we at the Trill Cast would like to apologize. And I'll speak for the Trill Cast. We still welcome you to come do your interview. I know somebody gonna show you this video. And so I extend the olive branch. You are still welcome. We still would like to get into your story. And I'll be even how could I say? I'll be even accessible today. Probably not tomorrow. I really shouldn't do it today. But I'm a man of my word. I'm open if you want to do it today. I will move some things around if you want to do it today. I know this video will reach you. You know how I know this video will reach you? Because these days, this is how people communicate. People, instead of picking up the phone sometimes, they get online and they talk. And then somebody carry that talk. But I don't have no problem with that. That don't make me no never mind. Because whatever I say online, I say it on the phone. I say it in somebody's presence. Because I come from a trill place. I'm not an idiot that just speak out the side of my neck. I come from a trill place. So anything I say online, I'm never going, oh no, I ain't say that. I ain't say that. I was drunk. Hopefully I didn't, damage the bond we have. Well, I just spoke my truth. And like I said, you're welcome to come fool with us because you're cool with us. So I thought I wanted to apologize. And there I did. But please, if you get this message, it'll be advantageous if you contacted me sooner than later. It would make plenty sense if you contacted me sooner than later. And we can make amends as men and do what we plan to do. And that's all I got to say about that. Hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all a couple things, man. Whoever in here, man, just hang out for a second. I got a couple things I want to tell you about, man. Thinking about that time back then, when I saw him, it was at this house I lived in 2600 block of Thomas, kind of where I grew up. And I remember a time my beautiful, precious mother pulled a 38 on me. 38 special. Snub nose. It was quite shocking at the moment. But I probably was deserving of it. Me and my sister used to roughhouse. She used to beat on me a little bit. But as I turned about 12 years old, I think I hit a growth spurt because previously everybody was looking down on me, popping me upside the head, punching on me, plucking me. But something happened when I turned 12. Now they were looking up at me. Now they was avoiding contact with me. I don't know what happened, but it's something they saw. But one day she was feeling frisky. And she caught me with a little 2-piece, really like a piece and a half. Pit, pit, nigga, pit, pit. She faked the other one, barely tipped me, but hit me with that first one. And I'm like, oh, bitch, you still trying to play with a nigga, huh? You don't know that a nigga 12 now, a nigga do you something. So I had this fascination. We had these stairs. It was about 26 stairs. It went straight up. It was a flight of stairs. It went straight up. Probably about 26 stairs. And as a child, I imagined, I said, what if I grab my sister little polecat ass and throw her down the stairs? Will she twirl around in the air like a propeller? Would her hair be swinging and twirling around like a helicopter propeller? I say, I won't see. I say, I won't see if she gonna propel down them stairs. And she had forgot she had passed by me in 2-1 pieces. But when she came closer again, I grabbed her. And I'm carrying her. Put me down, boy. Put me down, boy. Put me down, boy. As we get closer and closer to the stairs, her put me down boys now screams and please put me down, boy. But I'm determined. I want to see if big sister propel. And I get to the top of the stairs. There was a mirror behind me. And I get to the top of the stairs and I throw that bitch in a propelling spin. I say, oh! But I didn't expect what happened next. She hit the wall. Boom! As she's falling down, she hit the stairwell and broke a couple of the little stair deals. And then she tumbled the rest of the way. Boom, 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 boom. And she laid in the crashed woman's position. And she made a screeching sound. Oh! But it was one thing that came out that I knew I had been fucked up. After that screeching sound, she say, ah, I'ma tell mama. Oh shit. I knew I had fucked up. But I didn't know how bad I fucked up. But I knew I had fucked up. And when my mama came home, she walked up to my mama like a broke big dog, limping and dragging her leg and shit. She was fucked up in that bitch. Dragging her motherfucking leg. Hey, you remember them sleep stacks in the land of the lost? She walked up to my mama like a sleep stack. Dragging her leg like a motherfucker. My mama, what's wrong, girl? And then the dramatization happened. Virginia picked me up over his head and threw me down the stairs. My mama say, I know that motherfucker didn't. Mama, you can ask everybody, mama. I almost died. And my mama grabbed her baby. It's gonna be all right, baby. I'm gonna get that motherfucker. I'm at the top of the stairs eavesdropping. I'm gonna get that motherfucker. That's all I heard. I say, damn it, man. What I need to do when she go in her room is shoot down the stair, pew, and get to that front door and get the fuck up out of there. But my sister was waiting in the waiting room for her bodyguard. My mama went in there and put her bags down. You could hear her fucking with shit. She put her famous house coat on. When she come to kick your ass, she wore certain house coats. They were big, long coats. They were thin and had big pockets. And she put an assortment of weapons in the motherfucker. Her favorite weapon used to be the blue rope. Now, let me tell you about the blue rope. The blue rope was magical. The blue rope come from over there where the boats dock, because my stepdad was a shrimper. And he bought her this saltwater soaked blue rope. And we were wondering, well, what the fuck is that for? And he say, for her to kick y'all ass. I look at him like, you want her to hang us or something, bitch ass nigga? But I realized that blue rope was a dangerous motherfucker. That blue rope was so magical and dangerous, she hit you with that bitch 3, 4, 5 times. The outer layer of your skin would still be intact. But underneath your skin would be corrosion and the damages. She beat my brother with that blue rope one time. That nigga had purple, red, green, and blue motherfucking stripes. Nigga looked like a goddamn Lucky Charm zebra. I say, damn it, man. So she was down there getting her weaponry together. And I'm up the stairs thinking of my escape plan. We lived in a 2-story house, actually a Darrow. It was kind of high up in the air. I'm thinking I could jump out the window, but maybe I'll break my goddamn leg on my back. I'm thinking I could tie some sheets together, tie them to the bedpost, throw them out the window, and hoist myself down. But maybe that'll pop and I bust my head. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. King, Marquise, I don't know what to do. But it was too late. Because now I heard her goddamn locks. I heard her locks unlocking. She's coming out. I said, oh shit. I don't know what I'm finna. Damn it, man. And she come up the stairs, stomping. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Virginia. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Virginia. Boom, boom, boom. Bring your ass here, boy. and my sister behind her. Tap, tap, tap. Oh yeah. Tap, tap, tap. You done fucked up now. And I'm thinking, oh, if I get trapped in my room, it's gonna be like the penitentiary. It ain't big enough. So I ain't want to get trapped in my room. I ain't want to get trapped in the hall. I ain't want to get trapped in the den. I ain't want to get trapped in the kitchen. But then I started thinking of a plan. In the den, we had a door that took you to a closet. And through the closet was another door. And you could come out on the other side into my brother's bedroom. And I said, yeah, I'm going to go by that door. And when she come, I'm going to run through that door, run through that closet, run out my brother's door, go around his room, go around in the other hall, pass by the restroom, hit the hall, and shoot straight down the motherfucking stair. Going to have to catch me if you can. But while I'm thinking, I'm not moving. And when I walked to that fucking door and I grabbed a handle, I forgot you had to turn that bitch and hold it and then open it. I grabbed a motherfucking handle and just jerked that bitch. And when I jerked that bitch, the whole motherfucking handle came out. The ball came out with the little stick on it. And the door stayed closed. And I just threw that shit on the ground. But by that time, my mama was up in my face. In her left pocket, I seen the blue rope protruding. In her right pocket, I seen the imprint of a gun. And so she looks at me and she say, you know you're my best child, don't you, boy? I say, yes, ma'am. She pulled out the rope. She say, you're getting too big for this rope, ain't you, boy? I say, I think so, ma'am. So she sat it on the table. Then she rested in her right pocket. And she pulled out a 38 snub nose. She said, I would, pow, shoot your bitch ass. But you is my best child. I don't want to kill you. But don't make me use this. And I'm thinking it's going quite well. She done ran out of weapons. We good. But then she put the 38 back in her pocket. And she began to take her rings off. And I'm like a dumb dog. Huh? What you gonna do now? I taking the rings off. And she went to taking her rings off. One by one. On each hand. And she put them down in her pocket. And she say, but you ain't too big for this. Boom. Boom. Two-piece my bitch ass. With two pretty motherfuckers. I didn't expect them. So I was just wide open. I ate both of them motherfuckers. And boy, they was good. Them motherfuckers knocked the soul out of me. And all I could do was slide down the wall, crying. And I remember saying when I got to the bottom of the door, I hate my life. I said, I hate my life. Why we got to be poor? This the type of shit happened with poor folks. I wouldn't have tore down them stairs if we wasn't poor. I would have knew, but that was it though. She gave me that two-piece dark and went on about her business. About 10, 15 minutes later, I told my sister, yeah, bitch. That's why I threw your ass down the stairs like a helicopter. North Carolina. Pick your sister up and throw her down the stairs like a helicopter. You know what I mean? And my sister, oh, I'm gonna tell man, mama ain't gonna do me shit. What mama gonna do me? Hit me with them little bitch ass licks. Them bitch ass licks wet. Shit, man. I eat 2 more of them hoes. That was good. Give me some more. But I remember the last time. This is it. This is it. I remember the last time she beat me with that blue rope. I'm going to tell y'all this. She beat me with the blue rope. This was the last time. Now, this is a pretty lengthy story. I hope you got time. If you don't, come back and listen on the replay. The last time she beat me with the blue rope, James. Now, King them been hearing this here. Marquise and King been hearing this here. You late, but you probably heard this before. I was at summer school. I flunked, and I had to go to summer school. Now, while I was at summer school, I was somewhat out of the inner circle with the dumbasses. You did? It was a circle of dumbasses that I thought I wanted to belong to because I felt lonely standing off to the side under the tree throwing rocks and shit. I was standing over there by myself. But it was a group of funky niggas, dumbasses, all in a circle, laughing and giggling, making jokes. And every day I would realize that I was in that inner circle. So I asked them one day, how can I pitch fun and move with y'all and laugh and giggle? They say you have to be initiated. I said, that don't sound hard. I said, what is my initiation? I was in the 6th grade, going to the 7th. I flunked. They say you have to walk with us to the stove. And when you get to the stove, you got to steal one of these. And a nigga pulled out a big old bottle. It was purple liquid. It said MD 2020. I say, steal one of them? What is that? He said, you about to see. And he spanked it. And he popped the top. And he took about 3-4 swigs. He passed it to the next nigga. He took 3-4 swigs. He passed it to the next nigga. You get the point. By the time they passed it to me, they had about that much more in the bottle. I guess with some backwash mixed with a little spit and cigarettes. And he passed it to me. He said, kill it. Huh? I ain't never had none before. So I drink it like they drunk it. And I'm like, oh, it ain't so bad. It's Kool-Aid. He say, so this is what we got to do. You got to steal one of these and one of the orange ones. This size. I say, and after I steal that, I'm down? He say, yeah. So we all went in the store. And I grabbed a purple one. I don't even know how to steal. But my pants tight as a bitch. I ain't got no stomach. My stomach's flat. So I put that first one in there and I poke my stomach out, pushing that bitch up against my waistline. And I find the orange one. It's like a scavenger hunt. Purple, green. Oh, there go the orange one. It was called Jubilee. It was called Orange Jubilee. And I grabbed the other one. And I put that bitch in my pants and I poked my stomach out up against the motherfuckers. And I walked out of the store like I was pregnant. I walked out the store like I was pregnant. And the Vietnamese lady said, hey, what you got? I said, hey, I ain't got nothing. She's like, hey, go ahead. I don't need you funky niggas jumping on me today. And we all made it out the store pregnant with 2 wines apiece. It was about 5 of us. I was the 5th man. I was the 5th wheel. One of us had 1 wine. The others had 2 wines. We almost had about 10 wine. We almost had about 10 wine. And we walked back to school. And I say, am I down? They say, yeah, you down. But you got to drink some wine. I said, it tastes like the one we just had? He said, yeah. That ain't nothing in it. I'm down. And he starts spanking that Jubilee. I turned my bottles in. And he spanked that Jubilee and shook that bitch up and cracked the neck on that bitch. And that nigga say, Kane, here, Kane, drink. And I grabbed that motherfucker and went to bloop, 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 bloop. They say, they jacked that bitch out of my hand. No, never. I'm like, shit, that bitch good. Give me somebody, open that burger one. And they passed that Jubilee around till that bitch was empty. Then they start spanking that purple bitch. Pop the top. They passed that summer bitch around and I got about that much of that. Then they popped another Jubilee. I was like, ooh, I'm Jubilee. We having a party. But we still got to go to class. They popped that Jubilee. We almost got to go to class and we Cadillac. We sipping that one. Then they pass it to me. I want to show off. So I gloop, 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 gloop. And they jack it out my hand. They said, boy, you can't do that. I said, I'm down. I can't do this. And they all just start getting away from me. I said, where y'all going? We're going to class. Don't come by us, though. I'm like, when I can hang back out with y'all? Shit, we don't know. But get your bitch ass away from us. I'm like, God damn. Where my friends went? Then I seen one of my enemies, a nigga who had jumped on me with a bunch of other niggas. That nigga say, you shouldn't have did that. Man, fuck you, nigga. You want to fight again? He said, man, you shouldn't have did that, man. Nigga, man, fuck you. And I got my little bag. Back then, our backpacks was a net with your books in it. It was just a funky net. Looked like a sack, a little net. Had a string on it. You put your books on it and you carry that shit around. I don't even know if they still make that shit. But I got my little old net and I went to class. And when I got to class, I just started sweating. I started sweating. Then my fangs started growing. And I started getting dizzy. And I said, teacher. She said, yes. I said, I don't feel good. I need to put my head down. She said, but class just starting. I said, hey. She said, go ahead. And I put my head down. And I think I maybe was sleeping for 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then the bell rang. And she said, wake up. It's time to transition. And when I woke up, I turned into a motherfucking werewolf. I say, bitch, who told you to wake me up? I said, ow! Ow! What's happening? Get him out of here! I say, bitch, you better get me up off this motherfucker. And all my classmates just got the fuck up out the way. And I stood up and threw the goddamn desk out the way and started knuckle dragging, walking through that bitch. Anybody walk by me, what you looking at? You funky ass cockeyed bitch. And I walked to the front of the school, knocking shit out the way, pushing motherfuckers, cursing up a storm. And I was looking for my friend. By that time, I wanted some more of that Jubilee. But all my friends was gone. And I seen one of my little friends. I say, bitch ass nigga, let's go home. He like, boy, what happened to you? I don't know. I was drinking Mad Dog 2020 purple and orange Jubilee. Shit, you want something? We have some stashed over here. And I went to the stash, and all the bottles was gone. I got even mad. I said, the motherfuckers didn't use me. They didn't took all the Jubilee. But fuck it. Walk me home. I don't even know where I live, but you're my trusted homie. I know you live by me, so walk me home. So they spun me around. They started to see something was going on, and they spun me around. They say, walk in the direction where you think you live. I got dizzy in the motherfucker and even drunker. And I took off walking in the wrong direction, walking like motherfucking George Jefferson. And they're like, nah, you don't live that way. Come on. So they got me and they started walking me towards my house. But when they got a half a block away from my house, they say, oh, you live right here. By that time, I'm pissy drunk. Thank you for walking me home. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I walk into this lady's house. This lady had a beautiful house, and her front door was unlocked. And I walked into the house and said, Mama, I'm home. And that lady was in the house sweeping. That lady said, oh, get out my house, you motherfucker. I said, Mama, why are you? And she took that broom and started beating the fuck out of me. Whack up. Get your bitch ass out my house, boy, I call the police. I said, you ain't my mama. Why y'all do me like that? And they all laughed. So the escapade lasts for a couple of more blocks. They tricked me into walking to another nigga house. Same shit. Get out of here, boy. Then they bring me to my other homeboy house. You can't go home like this. Try to sleep it off. I ain't sleepy. I slept in class. He had an old red sister, old fine ass older sister. And I'm like, hey, baby, give me a kiss. Shit, bitch. She said, boy, your mouth smell like vomit. I said, I know, bitch. Give me a kiss, though. She's like, boy, get on. I'm like, damn it. I said, I ain't gonna do it no more, but come talk to me. So she come talk to me. I grab her. She like, get this drunk ass boy out of here. And before you know it, I went through all my neighborhood, going to people's house, displaying my fancy ways. Now, one thing could have got me really hurt. I could tell y'all this now because they're deceased. I had a neighbor who used to sell them things. Had a neighbor who used to sell them packs. You did? And I walks in his house at the time. He's making a hell of a transaction. Boy, I got bags of white shit all over the bed and stacks of money and 2 guns. And I walk in that motherfucker and say, this nigga here sell dope. I walk in that motherfucker and say, oh, this nigga here sell dope. Look at him. This nigga got plenty of dope. This nigga here's the dope man. And that nigga told his stepson, that nigga say, man, get your little homeboy and get his bitch ass out of here before I hurt him. I say, oh, nigga, everybody know you sell dope. We just don't say nothing, you know what I mean? We know you riding Cadillac, jamming with that long curl, and you smoke weed and sell dope. Shh, ain't nobody gonna tell. He said, get that bitch ass nigga out of here. And the nigga used to have roller coins. Nigga used to have roller coins. Big old rolls of coins. Just have them laying around. As I'm walking out that motherfucker, I reach back and grab me 2 rolls of coins. I think they seen me. Damn it. As I'm walking out that motherfucking lousy and shit, I'm trying to steal on the low. I reach back and grab me 2 rolls of corn and just shove that shit in my pocket. Now I'm walking down. Now I'm walking down the street like motherfucking Jack Nicholson on the Shine. I'm walking down the street like Jack Nicholson on the Shine and dragging my leg and shit. I'm fucked up in that bitch, nigga. I'm walking around that hole like I done had a whole stroke. But I'm starting to recognize the canvas now. I recognize where I'm at. So everybody I've been wanting to tell some shit, I throw a rock at their house and they come outside and I be like, hey, y'all motherfuckers think y'all rich, but y'all just as poor as us. Y'all can stay in the house all y'all want, but y'all poor too. Fuck you. I go to the next people's house. I like y'all. Y'all let me come over here, but y'all can't cook. Yeah. Yeah, your mama can't cook. Your mama be bullshitting when it come to cooking. But I love y'all. Then I went to these other niggas' houses. They could have killed me. They had about 14 brothers and sisters. And I went in front of their house and I said, hey, you motherfuckers. How y'all got so many children, boy? Your mama didn't be fucking like a motherfucker. Don't let that Jubilee get up on you. Don't let that Jubilee get up on you, boy, because it'll get up in you. I said, ooh, yeah, boy, your mama be fucking like a motherfucker. Y'all got about 20 motherfucking children in there. How many bedrooms y'all got in that motherfucker? Y'all motherfuckers sleeping on top of each other. They come out, you better get your bitch ass away from around here. Fuck you, nigga. Make me. And finally, after I cussed them out for about 10 minutes, I said, I think it's time that I drag my funky ass home. And I went to walking like a sleeve stack again. You know what I mean? But there was one more house I needed to stop by. I ain't gonna say these people's name, but they was en route. They was some funky motherfuckers. Come on, man. They was some musty mother, man, po thing. Their whole household was funky. And they stepdaddy, he was a shade tree mechanic. So he used to smell like musty motor oil, piss. He was fucked up, Jack. And I stopped in front of their house like Uber Eats. I said, hey, you motherfuckers, I want all y'all to come outside. I got something to tell y'all. And the people lined up like the Ku Klux Klan was outside. They was all at their door and shit, huddled together. And I say, you one pissing, musty smelling motherfucker, Jack. I don't know what y'all got going on. And I say, and your little daughter smell like piss too. I said, how y'all do that? Everybody funky. Somebody tell me how all y'all funky. And they stood there. And they took that humiliation till I got tired. And I finally drug myself, dragging my leg like Jack Nicholson around the corner of my house. And when I walked in, my big brother said, hey, man, how was school? I said, huh? And that nigga smelled that wine. He said, oh, man. He hurried up and took me upstairs. He started running cold water. He started running cold water baths. He went in the ice box and got the ice trays and dumped the ice in the water. He said, now strip and get in the tub. I said, what the fuck you doing? He said, I gotta sober you up before mama get home. And I get in the tub with that cold water and I'm trembling like a motherfucker, teeth chattering and shit. And that nigga slapping me. Wake up. Wake up. Then I dry myself off. He give me something to drink. And he take me to my room. He said, man, sleep it off before mama get here. Cause she gonna kill you. I ain't give a fuck. I was too motherfucking drunk to even know what the fuck he was talking about. And I got off in my bed. And I tell you, boy, that was some of the best sleep I ever got before in my life. I was dead to the world, Jack. I slept until about 8:39 p.m. And my mama's shift was over. She was a nurse at the time. I heard her coming up the stairs. I thought I was dreaming. She woke me up. She said, bring your ass here, boy. I got up comatose. Huh? Well, how may I help you? She said, I got phone calls at work before I even could make it home. You done went through here and humiliated me from the east side all the way to the neighborhood. Everybody called me. You cursed people out. You almost got killed. You walked in a lady's house. She said, I don't know what to do with you, boy. And she stood me up in the kitchen, facing El Paso. We had a sink right there. She said, look out the window. I thought she was finna shoot me in my motherfucking head. But she took that blue rope, that magical blue rope. Now I'm gonna tell you why I call it magical. I call it magical because me and my little brother has kidnapped this rope and taken it on a journey and thrown it away multiple times. But somehow, when it come time for her to whoop our ass, that blue rope reappeared. I never understood that. But yeah, so she lined me up against the sink, told me, look out the window, and she commenced to whooping my ass with the blue rope. I'm like an old Negro slave. Wow. 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 You remember Denzel Washington on Glory, how he got whipped? He ain't show no never mind until that last few licks. And one tear dropped out of his eyes. That was me. I was so drunk and numb, I couldn't feel it. After she got so tired of whooping me, trying to get a reaction out of me, she realized I'd have to kill this son of a bitch for him to feel his shit, but then he'd be dead. And she broke down crying. She said, I can't do this no more. I'm sending you away. I'm like, can I go back to sleep? And she let me go back to sleep. And the next day, she packed my bag. And she sent me to live with my brother. I was 12 years old. And that was the last time I got a whipping with the blue rope. Hey man, what they got to do with apologizing to DA? I don't know, man, but I'm trill casting and lasting. But I got some shit to go do, and hopefully the homie holler at me, man, and we'll be back up on this motherfucker doing what we do, man. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. No, I'm talking about chaos. He's a Leo, bitch.